Hello my loves, we're back with another video. I'm Kia and I will be doing a video today about my flirty perfumes. So if you didn't get enough of the perfumes that'll get you cuffed, check out that video and I'll link it. But Fab Finds by Ketra started a tag about our flirty perfumes. So I have 5 here that I will talk about today. I like most of my perfumes to be upbeat and charismatic and optimistic. Those are the adjectives I like to use when describing those perfumes that I love and the ones that's not trying to put me to bed. But to say if they're flirty, I don't know. So it was a challenge putting these together. But I found a couple that I would consider kind of flirty. So let's jump into it. The first one is Angel by Mugler. This is the EDT 2019 version. When I got this, I was enamored by the bottle, and yes, that was one of the first ideas that came to mind when I smelled this. It's very upbeat, bright, and flirty. So this definitely had to make the list. This has pralines, fruits, red berries, apples, patchouli, and white woods. This fragrance is very near and dear to my heart. And so yes, it's deep, it's fruity. It tells somebody, smell me, I'm here. That patchouli is just there being the hype man. That's what I call patchouli, by the way. The hype man. That hypes up all the other notes like, yeah, we in here. So this fragrance definitely says flirty to me. It's loud, it says smell me, and I need your attention. This is an attention grabber. The next fragrance is The Chronic by Byron Parfums. So this is one of my favorite perfumes and finds of the year. I think it came out last year, but The Chronic is a sweet, deep, and sultry fragrance that, listen, when you're going for a hug, somebody's going to want to hug you longer because it's like they want to be enveloped in that smell with you. It leaves an intoxicating trail, just that trail of sweetness that's very flirty. Like, people will turn their heads, people will look like, what is that fragrance? So I did a dedicated review to this and I'll link it. But this has leather, amber, sandalwood, cinnamon, patchouli. This is just everything. It's a beast mode fragrance. It's very sweet. And it's essentially more of a sandalwood fragrance with that leather giving it some depth and the cinnamon giving it some brightness. This is where it's at. And it will flirt with you and everybody else. The next fragrance I'll be talking about is a Flowerbomb Nectar. So Flowerbomb Nectar is a heck of a sweet and beast mode fragrance. Like, you have to be careful with this. Oversprayed, it can be very cloying, but this is sweet. I think sweetness is very addictive, alluring, and intoxicating, and this has just it. And there's a bit of an edge to it with the gunpowder note. It is just something different. This is a decant I got from the perfume court, but Flowerbomb Nectar is very, that sweetness in it is very flirtatious, and people will sniff your trail trying to figure out what that is. Some may think it's a bit juvenile, but it is just one of those attention-grabbing, flirty perfumes. The next one I have is Rich, Warm, Addictive by Zara. This is Zara's fragrance from their tobacco collection. Thinking of this, I think of a coconut kind of sandalwood fragrance first with a bit of tobacco in the background. It's almost not even there, but there is a slight spice to it that you can attribute to the tobacco, and it is just warm and cozy. This is one of those going for the hug and hug you a little longer. So it's flirty in that it's warm and comforting and addictive, and people will want to ask you for another hug or hug you goodbye or add in a kiss to that hug. So this is Zara's Rich Warm Addictive. The last one on my list is Banana Republic's Tobacco and Tonka Bean. Tobacco and Tonka Bean has your notes of tobacco, tonka, vanilla, pear, and plum. This is sort of your tobacco and vanilla fragrance, but it's a bit milder. So maybe Max Velvet Teddy is a little stronger, and then Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille is even stronger, but this will be the mild, kind of safe for work kind of fragrance, warm fragrance. So this one, I put this on the list because I feel like something like Max Velvet Teddy or Tom Ford's fragrance, those are fragrances that people will say, what is that? What is she wearing? This one is mild enough, warm enough, cozy enough where I think a guy would, and I'm speaking of guys and girls, but whomever, a guy or another girl would look and say, it smells interesting. Like it'll make you more intriguing than just, oh, that's a rich flavor. You know, so this one's mild enough to be warm and inviting, but also intriguing. Like, that's a little different. Like I smell the warmth, I smell the coziness, but there's a little something different about that scent. So that's why I think this is flirty. It makes another person around you intrigued. So this is Banana Republic's Tobacco and Tonka Bean. Those are the fragrances that I think are flirty in my collection, and drop a fragrance below that you have in your collection that's flirty, that gets you a lot of attention. Let me know. Thanks guys, and until the next video.